billion in trust funds.
Hi, Mike.
I don't know if anybody heard that, but the recording is in progress. Thank you, Sheila. You did your job. But anyway, so glad that you're all here. Yeah, last Thursday's meeting, I can't tell you how great it made me feel. But what made me even feel better was to type in myvema.com, to go to the site, to go into my back office and wander around a little bit. And I'll tell you what, I can't tell you, number one, how easy it was to navigate. It truly is easy. It's the best it's ever been. And number two, it was really kind of cool to, here again, go to the shopping viewer and once again, make money each and every day. And that's going to be talked about more this evening. It really will. So I'm excited for this meeting. Again, so excited to see and be with each and every one of you. I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll start this meeting with the one, the only, Julia Wyckoff, for any updates that you might have. Julia, take it away. Unmute yourself, dear.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see everybody on the call. I just wanted to address something that I felt was necessary for the people to understand. I know we had a lot of questions about why we had to freeze all your web clicks. And so that's what I kind of wanted to touch on tonight, just a little bit. Some thought we took them away, but let me make it clear to everyone. You still own every web click that Andy gave you and will paid on every web click he gave you. But please let me explain as to why we had to freeze the web clicks. Maybe some admins understand it, but maybe some don't. So I'm just going to kind of give a brief overview about that. Everybody's web clicks were frozen. Leroy was frozen. Mine was frozen. Tommy's, everybody on the boards was frozen, just like yours. Okay. So Andy was so kind. I mean, there wasn't a kinder man that we knew on this earth than Andy. And he wanted everybody to succeed. So he gave away a lot, and I mean a lot, of free web clicks in those promotions. Now, when those were given to us, we have to think about those web clicks as virtual money. I call it kind of monopoly money, no value. And what I mean by that is there was no real money put into the system for those web clicks that Andy gave us. You gotta know that. Now, if Andy had not passed away and our company would have went on, yes, in the 6 months time that those web clicks ran for, Andy would have been able to pay out on those web clicks. But because that money was pouring into Virtual International Mall Associates and we got shut down, no money was coming in for a year. A year, guys, there was no money coming into those. And like I said, those web clicks that Andy gave us was virtual money. So now our new company, MyVema Incorporated, they couldn't begin to pay on all those free web clicks that Andy gave away. Like I said, he was kind-hearted, but at the time, we all tried to tell him that, but there was way too many web clicks being given away. And at that time, Andy was not well and with the cancer, and maybe his mind wasn't clear, but that wasn't his fault, guys, because he had a heart of gold and his body was racked with that cancer. So we don't know why he gave so many away, but we know that his heart was right, is what we know. That's what we know. But when Vema won our court cases and we knew we were coming back, that's the first thing that the board discussed. And we didn't want to do completely away with those web clicks. And I also fought not to get rid of your cash balances too, because you had supported Vema and you had purchased founders positions and web and PEP positions. You had spent your well-earned money and entrusted it to Andy. So therefore, we had to set those web clicks to the side and freeze them, and do the same with the cash balance. And I'll try to tell you why. That's the only choice that we had, guys. If we had tried to pay on all those web clicks and let you pull out those cash balances, the company would have been bankrupt within a week. Yes, we got our money back, but not near enough to start paying on those, on all those web clicks. And some people had huge cash balances sitting there in their back office. And I'll just tell you, I had a huge amount of web clicks sitting back there and a huge amount of money sitting back there. I can tell you for a fact that there were about 3 or 4 people in that back office. That was all it would have took if they asked for those cash balances. It would have bankrupted us in 2 to 3 days. So we had no other choice but to set those aside. So that's what, and so by setting those aside, we will start with the web clicks at the end of the month, according to how good the company is doing with taking in cash from purchases of the new fresh web clicks. At the end of the month, we'll take so many web clicks from the frozen ones and add them to your active web clicks.
I was
You've purchased
calling
during the first.
to go on the
Sorry, somebody-
meeting. You're in?
Whoops, hold
You wanna
on just a second.
that?
Julie, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Okay. Let's just say this is just an example. I'm giving an example, guys. You got that in your head? This is an example. And I'll just use mine as an example, okay? I've purchased 110 web clicks to activate my account, okay? So if, and that's just an if, we were able to add 100 web clicks back in from the frozen ones, and we're not saying that's what we're doing because we have no idea how many new web clicks people are going to purchase, and that will be determined how many we can add back in. But let's just go and say we were able to add 100 web clicks in at the end of the month. So if we would add 100 web clicks in, and I had purchased 110 web clicks to activate, at the end of the month, that would make them paying me on $210 at the end of the month. Everybody got that? I know you can't answer me, but shake your head, Derek, if you got that. And that's without even repurchasing a thing during the month. If you have it set at 100% repurchase, and I would have more, which I do, would have more than $210 they'd be paying me on. So guys, we did the best thing that we could do for this company. We knew everyone wasn't going to be happy about it with that, and maybe not understand it. And there would be negative things said, but to make sure you didn't lose your money, you entrusted to VEMA, and to make sure that this is a lifetime income for you. That's the only way this was going to work, was to set those free web clicks and that cash balance aside and freeze them and add them back in a little at a time. So I hope this is perspective a little better. It needs to be muted again, Mike.
Yeah, I
Got it?
took care of it.
Okay. So like I said, I hope this puts it in perspective a little better for you, and maybe makes you understand a little better, and you say, oh yeah, I got it now. Those web clicks had no cash value to them at the time they were given to us, monopoly money. But in time, they would have value, and still will, if you just give the board a chance to get this company off the ground. Remember, we have to have fresh money being brought in to be able to pay out. No company that you can think of on this earth can pay their employees without that company making money. So if you're sitting there asking, what can you do to help at this time? Buy new fresh web clicks as you can. Don't spend more than what you can afford, or teach your, don't do something crazy. Just buy fresh web clicks as you can, putting fresh money into the system so we can start adding those frozen web clicks back in, so you will have more money in the system to earn on. I hope that helps, guys. I hope I explained it well to you. I tried. So we're going to go on, and I'll turn it over to whoever you're going to turn it on to, Mike.
Okay, Julie, you know what? Can't thank you enough. Everything that you had said makes nothing but sense. I hope it made sense to everybody in here. Okay. Why I'm so excited about this meeting is, after Derek, we have a gentleman that's going to come on that makes you understand how you can make money with VEMA now, the way it's set up. I'm very pleased to say, in a nutshell, I've been playing with VEMA now for about a week, and I'm making a little bit of money every single day. I'm making money again every day with and through VEMA. And Yeah, Julie, what Julie said makes total sense. I could go on and on about that, but I'm not going to overrun this meeting. I'm just not. I'm going to turn this over to to a guy that is, to me, as far as I'm concerned, a little bit of the lifeblood of VEMA. Derek is support, and Derek helped me almost a week ago with a couple of little items. So Derek, I'll tell you what, it's all yours. I'm going to turn it over to you for a little while.
You bet. Help me support you. Julia, that was real well said. And I was going to add a few things, but I don't think I need to. Just, I mean, in a nutshell, everyone who was in the previous company who has frozen cash or web clicks in the old company will need to activate their account in the new MyVEMA. After you activate your account, your frozen cash or web clicks, they're going to be slowly released 30 days later from the day you activate. So if you activate today, they're going to start slowly being released 30 days from today. Okay. And that's going to continue monthly until all your frozen cash and web clicks become active. Okay. So the amount released each month will determine by the success of the new VEMA. Who's the new VEMA? The new VEMA is this group of people that said, no, we're not dead yet. I thought VEMA was dead. I got to tell you, I love the old VEMA, but for me, you know, the company passed away. It was gone. And in my head, I just moved on, just like any other internet company I get involved with, and we all get involved with, and they're gone. We never hear from them again. We never see our money again. And we just move on and try something else. About a month before we relaunched, I got a call from Leroy, our new president of VEMA. And I'm telling you, this is God's honest truth. I avoided his calls for over a month. I thought he was going to try to get me into something I didn't want to get into. And finally, he's like, it's about VEMA. So I called him right away. What's going on? And he told me about the group that fought for a year with the lawyers, that the time they spent, there's no, they didn't make a dime, you guys. But anyway, I was so proud to be invited back. I'm back. Okay. That's about the old company. That's my say. All I want to focus is on our new MyVEMA. It's amazing, you guys. Tommy has put some stuff together that has made my life so much easier. Everything is so automated than ever before. Things are moving like lightning. Okay. So for the new members, you guys, we're getting new members like crazy right now. So here's what I want to do each week. I want to talk about, since I'm the support, I want to talk about what are the most frequently asked questions in support. Okay. Maybe I can help you out a little bit. So let me just get to those frequently asked questions. So the biggest thing is, how do I activate my account? Well, it's pretty easy. Log into myvema.com. You're going to get a pop-up screen right in front of you. You can't miss it. It's big, it's bold, and all you have to do is agree to the terms and conditions. Okay. Once you do that, you're in your old site, and for the new people, you're in your new site. Once you're in there, you're going to purchase a new web click package so that you can start advertising your business that you want to promote. Okay. So let's say you're in Amway and you have a link to Amway. What you're going to do is you're going to add that website by clicking on the website tab in your back office, and you're going to put your link into that big blank box right in front of you. It says, what do you want to promote, basically? And you put it in there. And then you click save. You'll know your website is good if the save button turns green. Okay. So you're going to put that website in there. If your save button turns green, it's a good site. It's ready to go in the shopping viewer. If it's still red, you need to work on that a little bit. It might be a site that doesn't work in our shopping viewer. Or sometimes it's the simplest thing like adding an S to HTTPS. or taking the S out of HTTPS. Work with it a little bit. If it's not working for you, contact support, and we'll get that taken care of, okay? So you will need to have that site in your back office for your shopping viewer for you to qualify for your daily earnings. And by the way, everyone gets a day off on Sundays. Did I tell you that? There's no viewing on Sundays. There's no work for Tommy on Sundays. We're getting a day off. We're going to take a break, regroup, and be with our families.
Hey, look what happened to Chick-fil-A by taking Sundays off.
Yeah. What the heck?
They're number one. They're number one. So
We just got a new Chick-fil-A, and I've never tried Chick-fil-A. And I drove by it on a Sunday. I'm like, ooh, there's no line. I pulled in. I'm like, where's everybody? I had no idea. That's funny. So here's another idea. So if you don't have a site to promote, okay, to advertise, let's say, because Vemma is an advertising company, okay, we're here to help you succeed in whatever business that you have to promote, okay? If for some reason you don't have a site, just contact your sponsor. I bet you they do. They're going to give you some advice on what to do. And I know they're going to love to share with you whatever they're promoting. Okay. So give them a shot. If you still need help, contact support, and we'll see what we can figure out. So after you do that, number 4, you need to view only 15 websites a day, 15 seconds each. That's less than 4 minutes per day. And you do that before midnight Eastern time to qualify for daily earnings. How easy is that? You buy web clicks. Your web clicks can be $10 to $100 worth, or 10 to 100 web clicks worth. What do web clicks mean? Here's another one people are asking me. Let's say you buy 100 web clicks. That means you're going to get 100 views on the website that you're promoting, okay, your other business. All right, that's what you're buying right there. Okay, so here we go. So some members are asking also, where can they find the web clicks that they already purchased? I'm getting quite a few of those. And that's an easy question. When you're in your back office, you want to click on the website tab, okay? When you click on the website tab, right below there, you're going to see active web clicks. It might be 10, it might be 100, whatever package you just purchased. So it shows that you are active, you have those. Right below that, there's a line that will click, it'll say view. Oh, hang on, I wrote it down. I tried to get away from my notes. This is crazy. I hate notes. I tried to get away from it and I just got lost. So, so right below that, it's gonna say click here to view your web click details. Okay, and that's gonna show the amount of money you spent, at what day, what time, and how many you purchased. The more active web clicks you have, the more your daily earnings you will receive. Okay. So you can click on the link below and view all that. Let me think here. Okay, couple other little things. To help prevent theft and fraud, our credit card merchant.
Derek. Hi, Derek. Sorry to interrupt. Would it be possible for you to bring the site up while you're talking so people can actually have a visual? Is that possible?
Well, you're absolutely right. It would, and we're trying to save a little time tonight and just speeding it by. So maybe next week I'll see if I can work on something like that. Okay. I appreciate that question, and we'll check on that. To help prevent theft and fraud, our credit card merchant only allows 1 transaction per day for the same amount. Now you can purchase the next day after 24 hours, or try another amount. So you can go in and buy a $50 package and then maybe go back in and buy a $100 package. we have some people that will go in and buy 100 for them and 100 for their friend and 100 for another friend, because they're PayPaling the money back and forth, right? And says, well, I'll send you money to your credit card and you buy my web clicks for me. And that throws a red flag to our merchants. Okay. And so they give us a warning. So once in a while, you're going to get a fail from your purchase. And it's going to say, something's up. Okay. So again, to help prevent theft and fraud, one transaction a day from that one credit card is the best for our system. Okay. Let me think here. I think that's about it. Trying to keep everyone around 5 minutes each so we can just move on, and I can go back to the beach and have my margarita.
Derek, I tell you what, that's wonderful stuff. And you know me a little bit too. I like simple. I like to keep things simple. The new Vima site is just that. It's simple. And I want to bottom line something for everybody. I'm going to use Blessings on here. Her and I had a conversation. This is really, I'm going to use the word again, simple. As a member, a prior member of Vima, you had a choice. Okay, you had a choice. Okay, you had a choice where you could just say, oh, and kind of what you said, Derek, earlier. Oh, that's it. It's dead. It's gone. Okay, that's not the case anymore. Okay, I noticed in the chat, yes, some of you have purchased a lot of web clicks. I'm one of them too, that had purchased a lot of web clicks. Okay, I did. And here's your choice. By becoming involved, by getting $10 worth at the low end of web clicks, it's going to allow you two things. A, to start making money again every day. Okay, not a whole lot. You're not going to be a millionaire overnight. Of course not. But making money every day. But eventually what's going to happen in time, and not all that great or long a period of time, you're going to get that money back. But here's what's even better. In time, you're going to get more back than what you paid. Okay. So it's your choice. Walk away, say, Cyrenata, goodbye. I'll look for something else. Okay. Or stick with Vima, view 15 websites a day. And by the way, on a personal level, man, I like some of them. Okay. I paused it. I looked at a few of them. I thought they were some of them were really, really good. Okay. But anyway, just look at those websites per day and make money every day. Our next speaker is going to talk a little bit more about that. I referred to him as the master of marketing, but he's also very important to us from a marketing standpoint. And we're going to have him speak next. And that is the one, the only, no cheap imitation, no Mike Cerrone wannabe. It is the other guy with the world's greatest first name, Mike Cerrone. Take it away, Mike.
Hey, thank you, Michael. And you know what? Following you guys, I had a nice presentation all done. Mike, you started out literally word for word, which I was prepared to say this evening. So magnificent, Mike.
Sorry.
Julia followed up with some great information. And of course, Derek did. So I'm going to lay it out there. Magnificent Mike Jr., I'll call myself, to the magnificent Mike, the host. You know, they pretty much said everything that I wanted to share with you tonight. Obviously, we're tweaking the call up tonight, so I don't want to bore anybody, especially be repetitious. But you say to yourself, why Vima? Why not Vima? Derek made a point. Any other company that would gone through what Vima has gone through in the last 12 months, more than likely wouldn't be have a call tonight. Wouldn't you agree with me, Mike?
Oh, 110 million%.
Okay. And Derek said, like you say, so many businesses would be long gone, all your hard money. Julie made a great point. It's the right point. We've lost nothing. It's there. And that's awesome. So getting back to the similarity of what Mike and Derek have already said, my presentation for tonight was Vima, simplicity at its best. And really, that's exactly what it is. I'm going to be repetitious. They said, just like Mike said earlier, the host, log into your Vima account. If you're a member, log in, take a look around your site, know what you're talking about. If you run into a couple questions, write them down. You know what? Before Derek is so busy in support, guess what? Reach out to your sponsor. If they don't have the answers for you, their sponsor may have them. We can simplify that. Everyone's willing to help everybody at Vima. We're also excited it's going. If you're not a member, guess what? Sign up. You can sign up for free. You can still look through your back office, see all the great things, see all the great work Tommy's done, see why all the members, the associates are so very happy. Next, I told you, take a look around. Then, just like Derek said, insert a secure site that you like. Make sure you verify it. If you verify it, it comes up, save it. Next step, purchase your clicks. They've got packages back there, just like Mike said, for as little as $10. After $10, they've got bigger package. As Julia said, pick a package that fits your needs. Next, Mike said it. Get into your shopping viewer, view 15. I tell my people, do 17. That way you know you did your job. 15 to 17 sites a day. Guess what? Again, exactly what Mike the host said. That's when you start earning money daily. And folks, when you start earning money daily, you know what you're going to do? You're going to find yourself buying more clicks. Buying more clicks. You can buy, just like Derek said, every single day. Buy today, buy tomorrow. You're going to like the results you're going to see. So really, I could go on and on. It's 27 minutes. I'm not going to repeat everything the great people have already said, but I do want to say one thing before I hand it back to the magnificent Mike the Mike. I want to say this. If it weren't for the 6 members, the 6 board directors that put their time and effort, there would be no Vima. We have a Vima because of the hard work behind the closed doors. It doesn't happen overnight. It took a while, but folks, here we are. In my opinion, and I believe everyone that's on this call that believes in Vima, I think the greatest opportunity that anyone could have. So Mike, it's going to be Mike to Mike. Thank you very much for having me, guys.
I want to reiterate one thing that this gentleman just said. One very important thing for everybody to have in mind. Everyone here, every single person that's ever been involved or got involved with Vima, you have lost nothing. Okay? You have lost nothing. Just please keep that in mind. I'm going to come back to Derek. Okay? I think Derek, he made a motion, has something important he also wanted to say. Go ahead, Derek.
I love my wife. Okay. Yeah, I did forget something real quick. On the support page, we have we've had you just go into tickets for now because of course, reopening up, we're swamped. And believe it or not, every phone call I take, and that's why we haven't advertised the phone number. While I'm on the phone with somebody, we like to talk, how's the weather, you know, what's the name of your dog and stuff like that. Every phone call that I take, I could have worked on 5 tickets that went through the system. So it slows us down just a little bit on service, okay? But we'll activate that soon. But for now, we've had several people that forget. They've been responding saying, hey, how come you haven't responded to my ticket? And I want to remind you that after you hit submit ticket, you put in your question. You'll need to check back frequently and go back on the support page and click my tickets. Under my tickets will be our response from support. But for those of you that are ticket challenged, I just added this morning a new support email. Okay, it's very difficult, so you might want to write this down. It's called support@myvima.com. That'll go directly to us and we'll get you taken care of. Okay, so now you have 2 ways to contact support for now, and let's keep it rolling. All right, Mike, thank you so much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Okay,
Can I ask a quick question, Mike?
you sure can, Aaron. Go for it.
When do the web clicks, they expire after 120 days now, I heard?
So the web clicks expire 120% of your click, okay? You purchase 100 web clicks, they'll expire at 120%. That percentage could be 120 days from now, it could be 60 days from now. It all depends on the success of VEMA daily, okay? That's when they expire, 120%. That's
Okay, thanks.
official. That is official.
Thank you, Derek. Appreciate it. I tell you what, I don't know if he's here, and I hope he is. I can only see much on the screen. We had another gentleman that had asked to speak, and I really hope he's here. If he's not, we'll go on to.
I
our-
am here.
Oh,
Mike. I am here.
yes. Okay.
So I
mean, here
have
again,
to go
another
on
guy with a
camera.
recognizable voice. I'm going to turn this
Okay.
meeting over to the one, the only Marlon Mendoza. Take it away, Marlon. Geez,
you,
it's
Mike.
great to
Thank
hear
you.
your voice.
Good to hear your voice too, Mike. I'm gonna start off with what I didn't ask to be here. Thank you, Leroy, for having me as a guest speaker. I want to start off with Judy. Okay. Judy said it all. Okay, guys. She said it all. We have to really listen to things coming from the leaders here. First of all, I want to thank God for Leroy and the board members. If it wasn't for Leroy and the board members, we won't be here with this meeting. So I am going to speak what's coming from my heart, okay? I'm going to start off thanking God for Andy, the vision, the man that had the vision of what we're going to carry on as a legacy. That's the only reason I'm here, because I believe in this man. Okay, so going forth, I thank God that they chose Mike to be the host. Mike, you always did a great job. Don't change for nobody. Continue doing what you're doing. I mean that from my heart. And I really appreciate, we had some messages. I'm always going to speak the truth. We had some messages of who chose the board. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter who chose the board. It's because of the board members we are here today, and because it would have never been no VEMA if it wasn't for the board members. So I really, what I'm going to do when I prayed about this, that when they went to court, I'm a man of faith. I just prayed and left it because the truth will always win at the end, Mike. And I knew that the money belongs to the members. We are the company. You have to realize this. So starting with the meeting, like the president said, I pray that he keeps his word. On Thursdays, it's going to be all the information about what the company is doing, where the company is going. That's all. All this negative has to stop. Okay, it has to, because in order for you to grow, to get to the next level, you can't be speaking. I spent a lot of money. I bought a lot of ad clicks. I bought a lot of people in. I have a downline. I'm not grumbling about it. I am grateful that we are back. Okay, we are back. You heard the people speak earlier. Other companies is gone that will take your money and leave. These people stood 1 year and didn't give up. So what we got to do now is have faith. Let's do this right. Get the right marketing people in here. I talk to Leroy, calls me, we talk, and I try to, just talk to him and say, hey, we could carry on Andy vision. That's what it's all about. So Mike, when you have to mute, just mute, okay? Because you can't have nothing negative while you're trying to do something positive. Make sense? Okay, and they also said that on Tuesday, they're gonna have questions and answer. That's the time that you do your questions and answer. Let's focus on building this business now, guys. This is a great business, okay? Once this business, Andy did it in his first company, okay? I don't have to go there. Okay. This company will turn into $1 million, then $1 billion because of the vision that this company had. We are on the right track. We got the lawyers, we are legal, and the business didn't shut down because it was it wasn't a real business. The founder died. He went on to be with the Lord. He passed away, him and his wife. And the way things were set up, that's why the people like Leroy and the board, had to go to the court because his son, Faye's son would have took all the money. You can imagine if they didn't go to court? You would have never seen Vima no more. Right or wrong, Mike? Can you agree with me with that?
100% right. 100% right.
So we have to realize, and we can't have no feelings. Some people say, I want my money. Why it is I gotta, pay $10 or buy more. They explained that to you why. Andy was a good man. He gave away so much, that's him. So the board and Leo and them have to figure out how to do this right so the company could grow. So I pray tonight, Mike, that God continue to strengthen the board members and strengthen Leroy as the president. And I pray that everyone just receive and be a help and not a hindrance, and come up with suggestions and ideas to grow this business. And it's all about traffic. Could you imagine the traffic that we get here? We will have advertising. If Facebook, I tell people this, Mike, if everybody have a free account on Facebook, right? If everybody tomorrow just go and log off and deactivate their Facebook, what you think Zuckerberg going to be doing? He probably wouldn't be sleeping for the first night. He'd probably be up with his hair standing like this. The reason why they advertising with him is because me and you.
Just a second, Marlon. Go ahead.
Guys, can you mute that person, please, Mike?
I just did.
So guys, so Mike, you might have to do a lot of that. I don't know how you're going to do your meetings on Thursdays, but all I have to say, guys, I'm in a lot of $1 million business right now, like, traditional business. And I have teams that I work with. Let's be team with each other. If we work as a team, Mike, we will get it done. And all the team has to work together as one. I don't want to take up no more time, but I have to say what's on my heart. We need no negativity on here, Mike. We don't.
That's true. Marlon, okay. Thank you so much. And I'll tell you what is two things. And I know you remember this, whatever it was, 8-10 months ago, we had an occasional meeting and we were, Julie, come up with the GoFundMe account, and there was only $1,500 in there. And then at the end of the meeting, at the end of one meeting, it jumped clear up to like 3,800, just boom, boom, boom. Right. Why do you think? You already know. I'm not going to ask you a question. You already know that was God. Okay. God is the reason we're all here. God is the reason why there is a Vima. God is the reason, based on Andy and Faye, why nobody here has lost anything. When I see negative comments, I'm telling you right now, I kind of laugh. I have to laugh because they don't get it. If somebody's making a negative comment, it's kind of silly because they just don't get it. They don't understand what's going on. Okay. Yes. We're in a very, all of us here, we're in a very rare group. But here again, it was because of intervention from the Lord himself that we're all here. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Marlon, for everything that you said.
And even though I activated my account, I'm going to activate it with more, because if you listen to what they said every month, according to, the funds that come in, your monthly one's gonna release little by little.
That's right.
You got to see the vision of this.
That's right.
So thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Marlon.
Thank you. And my Vima is gonna continue, and that vision gonna come to pass.
Oh,
that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Leroy. Or not Leroy. Thank you, Marlon. Appreciate
you're welcome, Mike. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
Okay, Mike, speaking of Leroy.
Mike, can I make one comment about what you were talking about?
Of course. Of course.
Tell you, we could tell you story after story after story of how God went before us, because we never, we had faith, but we had some doubt in there. We can't lie. We're we were scared we weren't going to be able to do it, but we knew that God was going before us because every circumstance we come up against, God just knocked it out of the way. And I mean, we got through so easy with this. I know it took a year, but as far as every place that we went, as far as getting the lawyers, getting the court dates, getting everything done and that money back, God went before us and made that possible. We know that as a board, we totally know that. And we could tell you all kinds of things, but we don't have time. But just believe that what Mike said is so true, that it is because God went before us.
True stuff. True stuff. Thank you, Julie. It's so true. Okay, I'll tell you what. Speaking of the president, okay, and I'm not talking about the president of the United States. I'm talking about a president I like even more. Forgive me for that. Anyway, I'm going to turn this over and he's going to close us out with any comments or anything that he feels is in his heart. Leroy, take it away, my friend. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Mike. You made me laugh, you know. Thank you very much. I want to thank Julie for a wonderful update, and also the man in support. I want to thank him very much. You have been doing a wonderful job, and I know that the members is very pleased and happy with Derek. Thank you, Derek, for the wonderful work you are doing. I want to also thank Marlon for his encouragement and his dream and vision that he sees for VIMA. I want to thank Mike Saron, our marketing person, for his update. And most of all, I want to thank all of my lovely members on the call tonight. Thank you very much for your support with VIMA. Without you, as Mike said, we couldn't have done this. We thank you all for the support you give us when we need it, and our GoFundMe that put us here today at this moment, at this time. And most of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity, because we put God before and asked him to go and lead us in the right direction. And thank God for everything you have done for us today and in the future, what is about to happen. Okay, I see VIMA as a very powerful, successful business. All we need to do is work together as a team, right? A teamwork make the dream work. So we want to work as a team and move this company forward. Thank our board members, the rest of you, like Judy, Anne-Marie, Yvonne, and Mike. Thank you all for the wonderful work we put together and bring back the company on its feet. Now, I want to talk about our new VIMA. As we all know that VIMA, My VIMA Inc. is an advertising company where if you have a product, a service, or a business, you take it to VIMA, purchase your ad credit, and VIMA pays you to advertise your business. Now, I don't want no member on the call to mislead anyone about investment. VIMA is not an investment company. VIMA sell a product, and the product we sell is advertising. And when you purchase advertising, you put your business, product, or service, and the company advertise it to other members, and you can get a sale, you can get a sign up, or you can get someone join your business. Okay. I want to let everyone know that we're back on track. Everything is going well, moving forward. And I get a few comments that some members do not understand when I speak. So I try my very best to slow it down and count my word one by one. That's you guys can understand. So I do hope you get used to my voice and my words as we move along. You know that as a Jamaican, we speak very fast and you have to understand, but I will try my very best that you guys can understand me and try to get used to my voice. Now, saying this to saying that, we are fully on track, and you all know that the minimum purchase of WebClicks is $10. And just let everyone know also that the minimum withdrawal is $10. So once you're surfing or viewing your WebClicks, your website, and you have a minimum of $10, you can do a withdrawal, right? You have $10 in your account today, you can make a withdrawal tomorrow, and that check will mail out to you, right? So as you accumulate your account balance, you can go ahead and make a withdrawal, okay? And just let you know that we want to pay 2 times per week. You can do a withdrawal twice per week, but when you make the first withdrawal, and then you make a second withdrawal, the second withdrawal will not go out until the first one released. So the second withdrawal will say pending, and you will see when that withdrawal go out to you, then the other one will process. So you can make 2 withdrawals per week, but let me repeat myself. The other withdrawal won't be released until the other one send off to you. Yeah. So right now we are working on 2 payment processors, and do hope we can get those payment processor approved, where we can have every member get a card or direct deposit to their bank account or whatever. We don't know what product they offer, but we just want to know that we get them approved. So the greatest thing is to keep our finger crossed that we can get those 2 payment processors that we already put in our application for approved. And I think that's about it for the time being, Mike.
Hey, Leroy, great. I want to circle back to something that you had said and hopefully give everyone here a little bit more of a big picture perspective. You had stated a little bit earlier that VEMA is all about advertising, correct? It's advertising. Now, why else, everybody else that's here, why else do you think you're being encouraged and pushed to a degree to view 15 websites a day? Let me tell you why. As the membership base of VEMA increases and everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing, viewing 15 websites a day, do you think that maybe a year from now or 2 years from now, a company like Coca-Cola, who spends millions and millions of dollars a year, might want to do some advertising with and through VEMA because of all these people that are looking at these ads every single day of the year except Sundays, okay? It's a big picture perspective. Coca-Cola, there's a lot of large companies out there that are looking for a place to put their advertising dollars. They have to, okay? They're looking for a place to put those advertising dollars. So please, everybody, look at the big picture, okay? Look at Coca-Cola spending $1 million to be part of VEMA, to get their ad in front of all VEMA members. It's a big picture thing, Leroy. I couldn't help it. I want everybody to see that as far as where VEMA is going and why, yes, we are an advertising company, okay?
And Mike, you know what's neat about that is also when we see, when we're going through the shopping viewer, it's not like we're all looking at everyone's Amway page or everyone's, page to to get these percentages a day or their crypto accounts. I'm seeing, I mean, it's just fun. People are selling their own books. People are selling their photography,
Yeah.
wedding photography. I was going through that guy's site forever. It had some beautiful photos,
Yes.
but just some really neat businesses out there.
Yep.
Sorry to cut you off, Marlon. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to say what Mike, it's okay. Mike, you hit it 100% on the button. If we had a bell, we would have rang the bell. That's what it's all about, man. Advertising, and the more traffic we get here, and the bigger the website get, we're gonna, that was it. I'm talking Andy vision, guys. You got to know the vision, what this is all about. And Mike, you said it, just keep saying it, Mike, until everyone sees it. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you,
And
Marlon.
Leroy, and you sound good, Leroy. Leroy, you sound good.
Yeah,
Trust
yeah.
me. We understand you. We understand you.
Okay, okay. And I want to just emphasize that I want each and everyone who is involved in VIMA to look at VIMA as a big mall. Right now, don't really look at VIMA and say, okay, I'm going into VIMA to view my website. Look into it that you're going to your own business place, your own store, right? Each and every one of us here is an independent business owner. So you have your key to your store. So it leaves to what you make of your business, right? If you want $10 out of your business, you can get that. If you want $2 million out of your business, you can get that. So it leaves to each individual how you treat, manage, and handle your business. Okay.
Very good, very good. Like I say, when you open up your MyVIMA site and you see that little box that says rent me, okay, or rent this space or whatever it says, I can't remember right now. I'll tell you what, mark my words, someday you're going to see Coca-Cola in that spot. Someday you're going to see Home Depot in that spot. Just that's where we're going, folks. Just here again, keep that in mind. That's the big picture. Okay, based on that, and I tell you what, it just doesn't get any better than that. We're going to call it the night. This has been a phenomenally great meeting. Here again, get into your MyVIMA site, wander around that back office. It is so easy to figure out. View those 15 sites a day, get web clicks, and watch what happens to and for you by the grace of God. Okay. Good night, everybody. Okay. It's been great seeing you.
Good night.
Good night.